Video games play such an important role in the modern world. It has taken such a role that gives entertainment to people and gives some people the opportunity to earn. And with the introduction of blockchain technology in the 21st century, video games have evolved to give more people chances to be connected in the blockchain and earn in more ways than one. But sometimes being good at the game isn't enough to give you earnings. There are times that you also need to have the perfect combination of materials to outlast your opponents in the game. Hello blockchain fans, you are watching another video from Crypto Cash Out, the channel that has the perfect combination of content to make you subscribe. This channel talks all about crypto and crypto games, so if you're into that kind of stuff, you're watching the right channel my friend. Despite that, please don't take what we say or show in the video as financial advice. We are not financial experts and we only seek to inform you guys with the subject at hand. It is important for you to do additional research, so please go ahead and do that after this video. If you have been following the channel for quite a while now, we suggest you do and hit that subscribe button. You know how much of a fan we are of blockchain based games. Because of that, we have plenty of videos on different topics that we think will be of your interest. And while doing these videos for quite a while now, we have talked about an upcomer in the gaming world, which is Gala Games. Gala Games is a video game company that has the focus on creating blockchain games that you would actually want to play. They do this by creating a game and finding ways on how to integrate it in the blockchain. This allows for games to be created with a purpose. Let's face it, there are blockchain games out there that are created for the sake of being in the blockchain ecosystem, which takes away the fun as the developers are not putting effort into the mechanics of the game. But with Gala Games, they really want to create games that are fun and give you the opportunity to earn lots, especially if you put your time and effort into it. And with a team full of talented people, we can't help but be excited for the future of Gala Games. And we have talked about Gala Games on the channel before, but we haven't talked more in-depth with one of their games which is called Spider Tanks. So if you are a fan of tanks, then this might be the game for you. Don't worry if you don't like spiders that much, you'll still find ways to enjoy the game. Strap on as we are going to talk about Spider Tanks. Like the name suggests, the game will be all about tanks and how you can build the best tank in order to be in possession of the best tank and dominate the battlefield. The gameplay is quite similar to World of Tanks where you take control of tanks and beat the enemy by firing projectiles in their direction. The twist with this game is that you must beat the enemies with a tank that is made up of NFT parts. Together, your tank will be made up of two NFTs, the weapon and the body. And you can upgrade your tank parts or change it for more favorable ones in order to ensure your victory in battle. There are three main game modes in Spider Tanks, which is a good thing especially if you don't want to play one game mode but still want to play the game. It is important to note that if you win the game, you can collect the spoils of war in order to earn, or you can also take the parts of your enemies and make them your own. If you want to upgrade your weapon and or your buddy, participating in matches is a great way for you to earn an upgrade as you can take your enemy's parts and integrate them in your tank. The first game mode is the Team Deathmatch. As the name suggests, you will have to work together with your team in order to kill the other team. The team that has the greatest number of kills after a specific amount of time will be crowned the winner. Team Deathmatch is a great way to play if you just want to blow up the tanks of your enemies while not worrying too much about objectives because your objective in the game is to destroy the tanks of the enemy team. The next game mode is another familiar one, which is Capture the Flag. It is a familiar game mode because it has been used in a lot of video games in all of history. This game mode sees your team to be protecting the team flag while trying to capture the flag of the enemy team. If you manage to capture the flag of the enemy team and bring it to your base, you earn a point. But always remember that you must face off with other tanks as the enemy will try and take your flag as well. The third game mode is called Capture the Chicken, which may be a new game mode for some of you people, but I can assure you that it is still pretty fun to play. In this game mode, you must work together with your team to gather chickens and bring them to your base. Think of yourself as a shepherd and the chickens are your sheep. You must gather them while fending off the prey, which are the enemy team. Fun and very stressful game mode, but the rewards will make it truly worth it. What's common between the game modes is that they are team games, which means that in order for you to win easily, you must be mindful of what the team is doing together. The game mode puts you together with two other people who have the same goal of winning, either by killing more enemies or completing objectives to win the game. Unless you have the best pair of weapons and body, you cannot carry your team to victory, especially if you guys have no synergy whatsoever. When you win any of the battles or game modes, then, of course, you will not be disappointed. Winning battles make you eligible to win rewards such as tank parts. That is right, when you win games, you have the opportunity to get the parts of the enemies or even own the whole tank that they are using, which seems really great, but be careful as they can also take your tank parts or the whole tank when you lose. Will you risk it for the biscuit? Because of the last few statements that I have made, it might be clear already for you that people really want to take parts and combine tanks to create the perfect mobile, right? After all, the composition of the tank is really important if people want to win games and earn prizes. So, it really makes sense if you think about it. The efficiency of your tanks will be the driving force, no pun intended, to your victory. The more hits your tank body can take, the longer you can stay alive and less in the game. In the same way, the more damage per second your tank weapon can make, the easier it is to kill enemies and win you the game. So, it really is important for you to understand the mechanics of tank building in the game and create a tank combination that suits your playstyle and needs. With this in mind, is the game play to win? Well, it depends on how you see it. Well, it really depends on how you see it. There's always the in-game marketplace where you can buy tank parts and combine it to create the perfect combination. That is the main reason why a lot of people think the game is play to win. And with more useful and efficient parts being more expensive, people are willing to pay more just to get what they want and win in the game. But remember, there are other factors as well that you must consider in order to win. You must take into account your teammates. Like I said earlier, you can't 1 versus 3 the game and expect to win against the enemies. You must also synergize with your team. Another thing is that you can also upgrade the parts that you already have in the tank garage. Upgrading the parts will make them stronger and give you a higher chance of winning in the game, so make sure to take note of that. With a perfect combination of tank body and weapon coupled with upgrades that will surely level the playing field, I don't see you winning games, especially when you work well with your team. So, with all that being said, how can you earn real monetary value in the game? I mean, the game is fun and all, but what will be there in return for the players like us? As fun as the game is, you can also earn in the game than just earning rewards from winning the games. As you might have guessed already, the tank parts aren't only normal game items. They are NFTs. This means that you own those tank parts and no one else can use those specific parts unless you lend it to them or sell it. And because each tank consists of 2 parts, the body and the weapon, the tank as a whole is basically 2 NFTs bound together and can go for really high prices in the market. And again, you can earn these tank parts and tanks when you participate in battles and win. If you just let your tanks sit in your garage and collect dust, you won't be earning in the game. You must go and beat enemies in order to collect the spoils of war and collect their tank parts. With that, you have all the freedom in the world to either sell those tank parts or use them in your own tank in order to win more games in the future. You can sell them in the gala market where people are always looking for a chance to buy some awesome parts. In the gala marketplace for Spider Tank, there are NFT items that are sold for over 14.74 million Gala tokens. That item is Snoop's Bumpin' Lowrider, which is from Snoop Dogg. This makes the price of the vehicle more expensive as the marketing attached to it. At the time of writing the script of this video, Gala tokens are worth $1,355, which is not a lot, but always remember that each item sells for thousands in the marketplace. So when you do the math, Snoop's Bumpin' Lowrider sells for almost $2 million. With that in mind, you really can see the endless opportunities for you to earn in the game. If you want to play the game as early as possible, good news for you. The game is currently in open beta phase, which means that you can play it now. But don't be surprised to see bugs in the game. Remember that it is still in beta and the developers are working hard to patch the bugs and glitches that may exist in the game. While you are watching for the full release of the game, you might as well subscribe to our channel, right? I mean, not only can you learn more about new crypto, but you also get to be updated as to when it is about the latest in the world of crypto, so go ahead and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Comment down below your thoughts about Spider Tanks for a chance at a shoutout giveaway in the next video. Speaking of videos, we talk about the game Mir 4 in the previous video, so go check it out if you haven't yet. Again, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have fun cashing out!